Hi. I don't know about you, but I, for one, am getting a little sick and tired of constantly living through unprecedented times. Hello, friends. I hope you're having a magical day today. If you're anything like me, last week, which was the week of the presidential election here in the States, was, difficult, to say the least. And if I'm being even more honest, I kind of just fell into a dark little hole and sort of isolated myself a bit. I just kind of felt this big, overwhelming sense of fear and hopelessness and grief wash over me, and I just sort of sank into that for a little while. And in this period of feeling like I didn't matter and nothing mattered and I should just continue to sojourn into the catacombs of doom, a little piece of me pushed back and said, no, we're not going to go down that path today. And even though there's not much that I can do and there's not much that I have, I can still try and do something to combat this feeling, even if it's something small, even if it's just being kind. I often think that we view kindness as small things, mostly insignificant, things that determine if someone is nice or friendly, but are mostly superficial. But I've always felt at odds with this. While in the grand scheme, yes, checking in on someone or getting a gift for a friend or listening to somebody who's going through a hard time isn't going to change the world. But I do think that those actions still mean a great deal. Small things, or what you think of as small things, could have a huge impact on somebody else. Speaking from my own experience, the world we live in today is not conducive to niceties. In order to succeed in capitalism, one often must forego the concerns of others. And that just feels, at least to me, that's always just felt like so completely off and disconnected from like a human level for me. In fact, by being more generous or nice, you're seen as weaker, especially if you're a man. And there's a lot that I can go about in terms of the hypermasculine alpha male manosphere cesspool where they give advice on how to get jacked in 3 months and don't date a girl with a high body count. See, my body is even rejecting trying to act like that. But you get what I mean, like all of that absolutely disgusting nonsense that I find wholly repugnant. But I do think that choosing to act and live with kindness in a world that's constantly trying to weigh you down and beat it out of you is, in a small way, but still is, in my opinion, a radical way to live. I won't speak for everybody, but I do think that there is a power that comes from being like, you know what, world? I know you want me to be miserable and selfish and fight with the people around me instead of gathering people with me, but I defy you. I will continue to show up for my friends and my family and for those I care about, because together we make life worth living. And also, I've seen from some people online who basically say to hold on to hope and we'll get through it. And that's nice for people who are in positions or denominations that aren't stigmatized and will potentially be affected. But for almost all of my friends, and myself included, we don't have that luxury. Now, I will say, I am not espousing the ideal that
Treat others the way you want to be treated, even if they're mean to you.
no, it's 2024, and I'm done with that. I say no to that. I'm sorry, but if someone is mean to me, why am I gonna waste being nice to you? At this point in my life, I am done with trying to be kind to people who don't wish me well. I've spent so much of my life and my energy trying to appease people who hate me because I'm queer or a million other reasons, and I am done with it. I'm done with it. And maybe that makes me a bad person for maybe continuing this insidious divide that we have in the United States. But I'm just saying that I don't think it's worth it to continue putting energy and love towards people who don't care about you, who aren't nice to you, because so many people have shown that no matter how much patience you give them, they don't care about you. And your energy and my energy would be better served serving people in your community and people who are in your corner and want you to succeed and will have your back when times are hard. And it can be small things like having a weekly roundup with friends just to make sure you are, seeing each other, getting social interaction, just establishing a bond that like, I don't have a lot, but I am here for you emotionally. Maybe it means forming relationships with your neighbors, and if something happens, like if a power outage goes out and your neighbor's out of power but you do, you can invite them over and share resources, participating in mutual aid in your area. Little actions like that to spark some kind of positivity in a unsteady and frankly really scary world. And again, I'm not trying to pretend like any of that is going to cure cancer or stop war. I'm realistic. I also am not someone who likes to just say, have hope and everything will be fine. Because I think hope without action doesn't really do much. I think taking care of yourself and taking care of the people you love is a way to fight against the negativity in the world around us. We have an unsteady road ahead for sure. I don't think any of us can predict what's to come, but I do think that we can get through it easier by being there for each other. Instead of isolating ourselves, building and fostering community with acts of love, whether big or small, I think can wield a wealth of power and could be a great first step to bringing light to what feels like a very dark world. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you do something nice for yourself today, or for someone that you love, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.